So, you've got a brand new PC. Congratulations! Before you can dive into the world of apps, games, and everything digital, there's one important step: installing Windows. Don't worry, it's not as intimidating as it sounds. Think of this guide as your friendly co-pilot, here to make the process smooth and easy. This guide will walk you through every step, from creating a bootable USB drive to personalizing your Windows settings. We'll use clear, simple language and even throw in some helpful tips along the way. By the end, you'll be a Windows setup pro. Imagine buying a beautiful new house. You wouldn't just move in without unpacking boxes, arranging furniture, and making it feel like home, right? Installing Windows is like setting up your digital home. It's about laying the foundation for a smooth, personalized computing experience. A proper setup ensures your computer runs efficiently, your files are organized, and your favorite programs are installed. It's about making your PC truly yours. Plus, a well-maintained Windows installation is more secure and less prone to problems down the line. Before we begin, let's gather everything we need. It's like checking for ingredients before baking a cake. First, you'll need a USB drive with at least 8 GB of storage space. This will be our trusty sidekick for installing Windows. Next, make sure you have a stable internet connection. This will help us download the latest version of Windows and any necessary drivers. Finally, keep your Windows product key handy. You'll find it on a card or sticker that came with your PC or purchase. If you can't find it, don't panic. We'll discuss alternatives later. Our USB drive needs a special power-up to install Windows. This isn't just any ordinary USB drive. It needs to be prepped and ready to handle the task of installing an entire operating system. Think of it as giving your USB drive a special mission, one that requires it to be in top shape and fully equipped. Think of it like giving it a superhero suit. Just like superheroes need their suits to harness their powers, our USB drive needs the right tools to perform its job effectively. This transformation will turn it into a powerful installer for Windows. To do this, we'll use a tool called the Windows Media Creation Tool. This tool is specifically designed to prepare your USB drive for the task ahead. It's a reliable and efficient way to ensure that your USB drive is ready to install Windows without any hitches. Don't let the name intimidate you. It's actually quite user-friendly. Even if you're not a tech expert, you'll find the process straightforward and easy to follow. The tool is designed with simplicity in mind, making it accessible for everyone. You can download this tool from the official Microsoft website. Just head over to the site and you'll find the download link prominently displayed. It's a free tool provided by Microsoft, ensuring that you have the most up-to-date version. Once downloaded, run the tool and follow the on-screen instructions. The installation process is guided step by step, so you won't have to worry about missing any crucial steps. Just follow along and you'll be set up in no time. It will guide you through selecting the correct Windows version, language, and other preferences. This customization ensures that the installation process is tailored to your specific needs, making the final setup as smooth as possible. The tool will then format your USB drive and copy the necessary installation files. This step is crucial as it prepares the USB drive to be a bootable device capable of installing Windows on any compatible computer. This might take a while, so be patient and maybe grab a cup of coffee. The process involves copying large files, which can take some time depending on the speed of your USB drive and computer. Relax and let the tool do its job. Section 5. Booting from your USB drive. Now, let's tell your PC to start up using our super-powered USB drive. This is a handy trick, especially if you need to run a different operating system or troubleshoot your current one. This process is called booting. Essentially, it's the sequence of events that your computer goes through when it powers on and gets ready for use. To do this, you'll need to access your computer's BIOS or UEFI settings. These settings are like the backstage area of your computer, where all the important startup configurations are made. Think of these as the control panel for your PC's startup process. Here, you can control various hardware settings and the order in which your computer looks for bootable devices. You can usually access the BIOS or UEFI by pressing a specific key like F2, F12, or delete repeatedly while your PC is starting up. This key varies depending on the manufacturer of your computer. The exact key might vary depending on your PC's manufacturer. For instance, Dell might use F2, while HP could use F10. It's always a good idea to check your computer's manual or the manufacturer's website for the correct key. Once in the BIOS UEFI, look for a section called Boot Order or Boot Options. This is where you can tell your computer which device to check first for bootable files. Here, you need to prioritize booting from your USB drive. Move the USB drive to the top of the list so that your computer knows to check it first when starting up. Save the changes and restart your PC. Your computer should now boot from the USB drive, allowing you to run the operating system or software installed on it. This can be incredibly useful for installing a new OS, running live sessions, or performing system repairs. Section 6. Installing Windows, the main event. With our USB drive as the starting point, your PC will now load the Windows installation program. This is the crucial step where your computer begins to transition from a blank slate to a fully functional machine. The process might take a few minutes, so be patient. You'll see a series of loading screens as the installation files are prepared. You'll be greeted by a screen asking you to select your language, time zone, and keyboard layout. These settings are important as they will determine the default configuration of your operating system. Make sure to choose the options that best suit your needs. If you're unsure, you can always change these settings later in the Windows settings menu. Choose your preferred settings and click Next. This will take you to the next step in the installation process. Each click brings you closer to having a fully operational Windows system. Next, you'll see the Windows License Agreement. This is a standard procedure for most software installations. It's a good idea to at least skim through the terms to understand your rights and obligations as a user. Take a moment to read it, or don't, we won't judge. However, knowing what you're agreeing to can sometimes save you from future headaches. The agreement covers everything from usage rights to limitations and warranties. Once you're ready, click I accept the license terms and proceed. This is your green light to move forward with the installation. Without accepting the terms, you won't be able to continue. Now comes the important part: choosing where to install Windows. This step is crucial as it determines where your operating system will reside. If you have multiple drives, make sure to select the correct one to avoid any data loss. If you're installing on a brand new PC, you'll likely see a single unallocated drive. This means the drive is completely empty and ready for a fresh installation. If you see multiple partitions, you might want to delete them to create a single unallocated space. Simply select it and click Next. The installation process will now begin in earnest, copying files and setting up your new Windows environment. This part can take some time, so feel free to grab a coffee while you wait. Once completed, you'll be prompted to set up your user account and personalize your settings. Section 7. Welcome to Windows. Your first login. After the installation process is complete, your PC will restart. This time it will boot directly into your fresh Windows installation. You'll be greeted by a series of setup screens to personalize your experience. First, connect to your Wi-Fi network. Then you can either create a new Microsoft account or sign in with an existing one. A Microsoft account unlocks features like syncing your settings across devices and accessing the Microsoft Store. You'll also be asked to choose your privacy settings. Take your time to review and customize these options according to your preferences. Section 8. Drivers and Software. Getting your PC ready. Your Windows installation is almost complete. The last step is to install drivers and software to unlock your PC's full potential. Drivers act as translators, allowing Windows to communicate with your computer's hardware components. For most modern PCs, Windows will automatically download and install the necessary drivers. However, it's always a good idea to check for updates on the manufacturer's website. Once your drivers are up to date, it's time to install your favorite software. This could include web browsers, productivity tools, games, and more. Section 9. Troubleshooting tips. Bumps in the road. Sometimes, even with the best intentions, things might not go exactly as planned. Don't worry, we've got you covered. If you encounter any issues during the installation process, here are a few troubleshooting tips. Make sure your USB drive is properly formatted and the installation files are not corrupted. Double-check that your BIOS UEFI settings are configured correctly to boot from the USB drive. If you encounter errors during the installation, try searching for the error code online for specific solutions. Remember, patience is key. Installing Windows can take time, especially on older hardware. Section 10. Congratulations! Now go explore. Congratulations! You've successfully installed Windows on your PC. You've laid the groundwork for a fantastic computing experience. Now it's time to explore, customize, and make your digital world your own. Personalize your desktop background, organize your files, and install your favorite apps. Windows is a powerful and versatile operating system with endless possibilities. So go ahead, dive in, and truly enjoy your new PC.